Honeymoon's over. 1 week into our marriage, come see what's sold.
Hi, I'm Camilla.
And I'm Kang, and we are the 5 Resellers.
Welcome back to our channel. We are so happy to have you. This week we are doing a what sold for the week of April 16th through the 22nd, and we're going to go over all of our sales. We've been doing this format of video for a while, but we want to know your thoughts. So do you prefer this type of video where you see all of the sales from 1 week, or do you prefer top sale videos? So we would maybe only show the top 5 or top 10 sales from the week or from the month or something along those lines. So let us know what you think in the comments below.
Yeah, please let us know. We might even just do highlights and just make sure we're providing some sort of value, right? It might not be a big sale, but we might be able to just give you some knowledge and maybe even things to look out for to not buy, so that's also sometimes valuable. So just let us know in the comments.
Right, exactly.
Starting on the 16th, we had this Linda Ronstadt CD that we talked about last week, so we're not going to go into it too much. We sold it for $20.39. And then starting on the 17th, we had this Vans Western print insoles that were this Western print that we sold for $30.95 on. Both of those were on eBay, by the way, and I think we talked about that last week as well. So we also did this Alla Girls Sailor Fit flare dress that we sold on eBay, right? We talked about last week. So we're rapid firing these since you already saw these last week, hopefully.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, then we'll put that video up there for you.
Yeah.
But essentially, we sold a lot of these items during our vacation, and we just thought that it was so nice to have this extra avenue of eBay where you put yourself, a time away and you're still allowed to sell things. So we think that's great. We also sold this Kuji? I still don't know.
I don't know. No one let us know how you say it.
So we'll just say Kugi for now.
I think it's Kuji. I think
Okay, we'll go with Kuji then. We sold this Kuji red dress, like we said last week, $25 on Poshmark, right as we were coming off vacation. And then starting on the 18th, we had this Banana Republic open knit sweater. We sold it for $28.40 on eBay.
And so that ends what we covered in our last video. And now we're starting with the sales that we haven't covered yet. So on the 18th, we had one more sale that came in after. It was like late on the 18th, right?
Yeah, it was this green capri joggers for $14 on Poshmark.
Yeah, they were from Old Navy, and I had actually gotten those for myself, but they were a little bit too big, so I ended up selling them. But they took a really long time to sell.
Yeah, 244 days, but we'll take it.
Yeah, you can tell it's an early sale it's an early listing because it's in cube 4, and now we're on like cube 40.
Yeah. Next, we had this pair of Vineyard Vines pants. We sold both of them for $20 on Poshmark.
Yes. And so the buyer, I think I had these listed for $35. The buyer offered me $15, and then I came back with 20. I think I countered 25, and then he countered 20, and I accepted it.
Yeah, we're in the business of moving these things out, so we'll take $20 once in a while. Next, on the 19th, we sold this gold bowl mules by a brand called Caressa for $17.10 on eBay.
And this was a pair of shoes from King's mom. And so we've been slowly selling through those. And so I thought these would be perfect for like dress up, like for a little girl dress up. They looked very princessy to me. So
next, we sold this pink Angora sweater by Moda for $25 on Poshmark.
This also took a really long time to sell, but I'm happy with that price. And I originally had it listed for a lot higher, I think at 40, but I'm happy to sell it for 25.
Also on the 19th, we sold this black lace cocktail dress by BCBG Max Azria for $23 on eBay.
So BCBG Max Azria is a really high-end brand. It costs a lot of money when you buy it new, but it doesn't sell for that much.
Mm.
And so we very rarely pick it up, only when we, can get it for a really low amount and we feel like it's a stylish, something that people would be willing to pay up for. And so this was one of those, but even then it took a while to sell. We listed that in November. So take that for what you will.
Yeah.
We probably wouldn't pick it up again.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they're buying it because now things are opening back up and maybe it's the occasion, but take it with a grain of salt. We also sold this Bonnie Strauss gold gown for $26.95 on eBay.
Yeah, this was a good sale, but it was tainted a little bit because I couldn't find it when they originally sold it. It took us a really long time to sell it, so it doesn't feel as good because we then had to spend, probably 30 minutes trying to find it between the two of us.
Yeah, yeah, it took a bit of time.
Yeah.
We had also sold this Blowfish women's strappy cork heel slingback sandals from Blowfish for $25 on Poshmark.
So this was a good sale, $25. That's what we're aiming for. And it was, someone bought it outright. That's what I had them listed for. I love that. So that was a great sale.
We also sold this American Eagle kick boot jeans for $28.45 on eBay.
And these sold within the day. So that was a great sale. Full price again. And I didn't even have to list it on Poshmark because it sold the day it was listed on eBay. I love that.
Another sale we had was this striped crop leggings by Calvin Klein for $20 on Poshmark.
We had those listed for a really long time, and I listed them purposefully really high. I think I had them at 25, which is way too high for Calvin Klein leggings, but I wore them all the time. I love these leggings. And so when someone offered me 20, I was like, oh, I need to take it. Like, I need the money. I can get more leggings. So
yeah, it's really good because, as we mentioned earlier, we're in the business of letting things go. So we will definitely sell things even if we really like them. It's really nice to just try to move all of these pieces. Last on the 20th, we sold these J. Crew pants for $23.80 on eBay.
J. Crew is one of our bread and butter brands, and so we love to sell it. It sells somewhat consistently for us, especially when you pick up newer items, or like we seem to have good luck selling pants and jeans, so I thought this was a pretty good sale. It sold in a couple months. So
right. And one note about that is we have in our spreadsheet that we got them for less than $1 because they came from the bins. We are very strategic about our purchases from the bins because an item like this makes us about $15 in profit, which is pretty much what we're aiming for. So take all of this with a grain of salt depending on your cost of goods. It may or may not just make sense to get these for $3 or $4 because based on our cost of goods, if it's $4 or $5, that's 4 or 5 times the amount we're willing to spend. So, we got to be very strategic. Starting on the 21st, we sold these Sesto Mweki Sesto Miuchi? Is it Miuchi? Oh. Sesto Miuchi espadrilles for $26.95 on eBay. Okay.
Sorry. Oh, that was a good sale. Yeah, it was,
Would you pick them up again?
I think I would
knowing
pick
that I can say it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would pick those up again, but they did take a little while to sell. But they sold. We listed them on the 1st of January, so I would expect that they would take this long to sell because now is espadrille season. So, yeah, happy with that sale.
Next, we also sold this Violet and Claire women's sleeveless blouse for $17 on eBay.
So this was surprising. It sold within the day. We have never heard of this brand. A friend of ours gave it to us. And it's so funny when people give you items, like sometimes you look at it and be like, I don't know if this is going to sell or, I've never heard of this brand or anything. And I think the people that we know just have good style because a lot of times these things will sell for more than what we think that they would. I don't know, maybe we just don't have a good sense of the customer base out there.
Right.
I don't know.
Next, on the 21st, we had this bundle of Anthropologie Leaf Starter, this skirt, and a Daletta strappy tank top. Both are Anthropologie, right?
Mm-hmm.
We sold both together for $20 on Poshmark.
And this Anthropologie skirt, we got in our $50 thrift haul challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll link it up above. And when we got it, we were really excited about it, but it had some staining on it. So I listed it for $20 on Poshmark, which on my Poshmark closet, it's 2 for $20, anything under $20. So a lady in my closet had liked both of these items. I bundled them for her, sent her the offer of essentially half off, and said, you know, here's the promotional price. And she bought them right away, and she said she was really happy with this skirt, which I was nervous because it was stained. I had put that in the listing, you know, shown pictures of what it looked like, and said, you know, this is what the situation is. So she said, gave me a good rating. So
yeah,
happy with
and
that.
we've mentioned this before, but you know, if you've made a mistake and by the time you've already bought the item, you know that it's a good brand, you know that it's a good piece, you might as well list it. For something like this, it doesn't really take a whole lot more time because you've gone and done the sourcing, you've paid for it. You might as well try to make your money back at the very least, right? Next, we sold this Lululemon women's Align joggers for $55 on Poshmark.
And we bought these from Style Encore. One day we went in and we traded a bunch of things in, and we got these for the trade amount and then cashed out the rest. But originally we bought them, I was thinking that I would keep them, but when we looked up how much they were selling for, we decided to sell them.
Yeah, we'll take the money.
Yeah.
So last, we sold this Joie yellow eyelet dress for $26.80 on eBay.
And we've had that for a while. We've had that since the beginning of December, but it sold pretty well. It, you know, I think I sent an offer for $19 on it, and someone took me up on it. So happy with that sale. It's a perfect spring dress. So
in general, Joie is pretty good seller for us, and we'll put a little picture of the label there because when I originally got into this, I did not know what the tag looked like, and I did not know how to say the word, kind of like the other thing, but it's Joie, right? And for us, it's a pretty good and very consistent seller. So starting on the 22nd, we sold this Wrangler 20X style. It was FR, so fire resistant jeans for $36.55 on eBay.
we originally had this listed higher for about $40, but someone sent us an offer. We countered, they countered again, we accepted, because when someone counters against my counter, unless it's really, really low, I usually give it to them because I think, well, this person obviously wants this thing and I would like it out of my house. So it's a win-win for us.
And I think it was about a $3 difference based on the counter. So it is what it is. I mean, we'll take the money because we would hate to lose a sale for $3 or $4. Right. So that's kind of the mentality there.
Yeah.
We really like the Wrangler 20X style. We've only picked up 2, but they sold pretty quick, right? In a week or 2. So keep an eye out for those. Those are pretty popular. I believe they are the rodeo style, right? 20X. Next, on the 22nd, we sold this Life is Good plaid button-up for $20.70 on eBay.
And we got this from friends of ours, so it was a donation. So we love that kind of sale where there's no cost of goods. It's great.
Also on the 22nd, we sold this Clifford & Willis red sweatshirt dress for $26.90 on eBay. Yeah,
so this was a great dress that felt like a sweatshirt but looked like a dress, so it would be perfect for working from home. It looks kind of vintage, so I listed that, and we've had it listed for a while, 2 months, but it sold, and I'm happy with that price. So
next, on the 22nd, we sold this Ann Taylor pearl pants, which is a pretty nice sale, $34.60 on eBay.
And these were in really good condition. And it was funny because, so on the 22nd, I had gone through my Poshmark closet and sent out really low offers on all of my Ann Taylor and all of my loft, because we have had some of those for just so long and they just sit and sit and sit and no one buys them. So I was like, I'm going to try to get rid of them. And so I did that. And so I had sent on Poshmark, like, I don't know, like an offer for $15 on these pants. But then someone on eBay bought them for full price. So that felt really pretty good. So I must have been, triggering something somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, and as you might already know, we are kind of moving away from Ann Taylor, Loft, and some of these other pieces. And we've recently, been very conscious of the items that we've started to pick up, because we use Sarah Styles' analytic dashboard to kind of inform our decision making, because the data really supports it. And if you want to know more about that dashboard, please let us know. We are affiliates of it. We are big advocates of it. We really like the stuff that Sarah is doing. She's got a great channel, just as a small plug there. But overall, we have made a lot of great decisions based on the data. So moving forward, we won't pick up as many unless they are as many Ann Taylor and Loft and such, because they just don't sell as well, right?
Yeah, the data for us isn't there.
Right.
And that was actually what I was actually looking at Sarah Styles' dashboard before I sent out those offers. And I was looking because there's a sell-through rate piece on there for your top brands. And so for Loft and Ann Taylor, they were like way low, like 30% sell-through rate. And so we have all these items that we just need to get rid of. And so I'm trying to raise that sell-through rate for those.
Yeah. So if you're interested, just let us know. Our last sale on the 22nd of this week is this Loft piece for $15 on Poshmark. It was this dress.
And that was a result of I had sent out offers on. So for example, just to illustrate this point, I sent offers on all of our Ann Taylor, all of our Loft for super low offers, like 50% off, like the lowest I could go where I would still make money. And this was the only sale that resulted from that. So it just goes to show you, maybe people aren't really out there looking for these items.
Right.
So,
and it's really not worth our time at this point, right? We've got limited amount of space. We're trying to, grow our business, churn through some more of this stuff, and really ramp up. So it just isn't worth it. So
yeah, when you're buying items, you have to think about not only how much you're buying and how much you could make, but in that, how much you could make has to also include your time. Not just your time thrifting, but your time photographing, listing, inventorying, washing, whatever, all the steps that you have within your process, that all takes time. And the more time that you spend on these lower dollar items, the less your time is worth.
Yeah. So it's really important to know what your time is worth. It's your non-renewable resource. You can always make more money, right? But you can't, take your time back. So that's something that we've been trying to be more conscious of. So just throw a little nugget of, our thoughts out there. Hopefully you agree. If you don't, please let us know. I think that, as beginners, we got these low dollar items because they didn't cost much and, we weren't so conscious of our time. But now that things have ramped up, I think that you would probably agree that, the business model needs to change and we just need to make things more efficient. And now that we're living together, it just makes more sense to try to figure out what our hourly rate is and try to make things more efficient. So all of that said, those are all of our sales. All right, so here are our numbers, and afterward, let's go through community BOLOs.
Yeah. So for the past week of April 16th through the 22nd, we sold 27 items. We had a gross revenue of $631.64, and our cost of goods for those 27 items was $38.06, and our net profit, so the amount after we take out fees, cost of goods, and shipping, was $397.35.
Yeah, this was a pretty average a week for us. We usually get about that $400 profit a week, and hopefully as we settle into our married life and try to ramp up some of these operations, we will do a little better each week.
Yeah, exactly. So we were actually surprised at how high that number was. We felt like this past week we didn't sell that many things. So
Right. Yeah, so we hadn't been listing for 2 weeks for, the marriage week and the honeymoon week, but coming back, we did 5 items per day. Maybe that jumpstart, who knows exactly. But we have started to think about doing 6 items per day. And so jumping from 5 to 6 is actually a pretty big deal to us because that means 20% more. So that takes it from 35 items per week up to 42 items. And I think that should result in a higher week of gross profit. So we'll keep you updated on how that goes.
yeah, exactly. Now it's community bolo time.
So let's do community bolos. We have 2 community bolos coming in hot from our Instagram, where we usually get folks letting us know what they want to include in our community bolos. And if you're interested in sending us any, find us on Instagram and send it to us. We'd love to feature any cool items that you sell, whether they're clothing or hard goods. And we'd love to feature you and talk about how great you are, because all these people that we interact with through the reselling community have just been so good and so fun and so inviting. So we really appreciate you all, and we hope that you send us something in the future.
So our first community bolo comes from Paul the Philly Flipper, who has been featured a couple times, and you can be also featured a couple times if you continue to send us bolos. So he sent us this anthropology. It's kind of a bohemian, has lots of tassels and all of that. Boho, yeah. Blanket, and he said he got it for $5 and sold it for $125. Whoa.
Crazy.
So don't pass up blankets or quilts or comforters without looking at them. So that is actually what we're doing today. We're listing a couple of quilts and comforters. So don't pass them up, because they might be worth something and they might be worth picking up.
Yeah. And with Paul, if you're not already familiar with his channel, we'll tell you a little bit about it. He's got this really great series called Rags to Riches, where he picks up free stuff and he shows you what he's selling. And I think it's brilliant, because that's what reselling is all about, trying to get things for a low amount, and free is the best.
It's the lowest amount.
And you're selling it. And he's got this awesome series where he is just killing it. So you should definitely watch his videos. But he specializes in storage units. So that is his niche, where he doesn't really go to a lot of, stores, many thrift stores, but he does that, and garage sales, where he is just really focused on keeping the cost of goods low, which we really like. And so thank you, Paul. We really appreciate you. He's got a great series, so please check his channel out. And I guess the last thing to say about Paul is that he has always been such a supporter of us, and we really appreciate that. So he is one of the greatest people in this community, I think. So check him out. Let him know that we sent you.
Yeah.
So the next piece in our community bolos section comes from Per Diem Thrifts. Karina is the one that sent us this item. It is a gold. Okay, so you guys are gonna have to help us out, because at least I have been getting destroyed by these pronunciations today. So I'm gonna go with a goldie. She sent us these denim shorts. She says that these Parker shorts are going for really well, over $60. And for her, these sold in a few hours. So very hot. She also said that any denim really does well. So be on the lookout for those.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, that brand is a really hot brand. We've never found it. So we'd consider ourselves pretty lucky if we could find a pair of shorts, not jeans, but shorts for $60. Wow, that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. So take another look at that label. We'll put it there again. To me, they're trying to separate a gold E, right? That's what the picture shows. So we're gonna go with a gold E. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much, Karina. She's one of our new friends. We found her through Becky Park's reseller course. You may have heard about it. We went through this course with Becky Park, and we are now affiliates of her course because we think that it brought us so much value. Hopefully you think that our production quality has gone up since then as well. But we have had so much fun being in that course, and we are able to connect with so many cool content creators like Karina. So thank you so much, Karina. You can find her Instagram and her YouTube there. Hopefully you head on over there. She's almost at 1,000 subscribers. So let's help get her monetized.
And Karina is a clothing reseller just like us. So if you like our content, you would definitely like hers. She's also does some what sold videos, and she recently put out a video reviewing Jomar Wholesale. So if you follow along with any reseller drama, you might have heard of the name Jomar. So check it out to see, what's the deal, who are these people, what's going on, that sort of thing.
We hope that you enjoyed these 2 pieces for our community BOLO section. Again, if you want to send us these pieces, any of your pieces that are really hot sellers, you have something interesting to say about them, please do. We welcome all community BOLO participants, and we'd love to talk to you. We'd love to get to know you, and hopefully you take us up on that offer.
Yeah, exactly. So leave a comment down below of how your sales were this week, and if you know how to pronounce any of the things that we struggled with today, leave us some pronunciation help down below. And thank you so much for being here. We are just so happy to be able to build this community. So subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up. Give it a like if you liked this video, and we will see you next week.
Yep, keep that passion burning. Whatever it is that you're doing this reselling thing for, if you're paying off debt, we're cheering you on. All of those things. We'll see you later.
Bye.